stress, I'm good without it. Easy come, easy go. Let's keep it fun and simple. Easy come, easy go. You know my loving is no sweat, it's no sweat. It's no sweat, it's no sweat. It's no sweat, it's no sweat. It's no sweat, it's no sweat. Don't overthink things, baby, 'cause I know that you do. You've been a stranger lately, and I know that's not you. Easy come, easy go. No need to fight about it. Easy come, easy go. No stress, I'm good without it. Easy come, easy go. Let's keep it fun and simple. Easy come, easy go.
Hello, welcome to Wrexham AFC on YouTube for the post-match live stream after Wrexham. It's recorded maximum points here at the Kairos. Wrexham 1, Chesterfield 0. Akil Wright getting his fourth goal of the season. And my name's Ollie Williams, joined by Tom Tattles. And Tom, a really, really good afternoon for Wrexham. They needed 3 points, they got just that.
Yeah, I thought Chesterfield came with a game plan, and that was to kind of drag the game out, maybe nick it. They were looking for the draw, and to be honest, for large parts of the game, they did succeed. You know, they were, whenever Wrexham attacked, they were bringing 7 or 8 men back, trying to defend for their lives, and that one ball from Luke Young, the quality that sets people at the top from the bottom out, just picks out Aki making a brilliant run at the back post, and no one's stopping that. So I think that just shows Wrexham's title credentials, really. You've got to, obviously winning at home, and with the week we've had with the 3 away games, they're the rough parts of the season that you've got to go through and get the results. And I thought we did really well today, to be honest.
Yeah, we were speaking to Brian Hughes after the game, and he said that he wanted the players to just take their time over getting that ball in, bit of quality on the cross, not forcing the issue. And we got just that. There was a really good ball in, though, from Luke Young. Akil Wright getting his head to it. And it sort of, I think it perhaps just calmed things down a little bit, where Wrexham looked like, at times where they were, again, like Brian Hughes was saying, they were just forcing it a little bit too much. But in terms of the second half and the quality we got from deliveries, it told in the end with the goal and with the win.
Yeah, I think it was just the first half, wasn't it? They were just trying to be a bit too. They were thinking that basically if they'd get the cross in quickly, it'd unsettle Chesterfield, whereas Chesterfield wanted crossing quickly because they've got big centre backs who can just get rid of the ball. And you could see that when they came out in the second half, they were a lot more calm under possession. They tried to get the ball out to the right men rather than the first man they see. Bevan was obviously a tireless player.
Yeah.
He forced a lot of mistakes in the first half, and his quality kind of showed in the second half. So I thought it was just quintessential Young, that type of ball.
Yeah.
Him and Summerfield can do the exact same type of ball, which is that whipped one in front of the defenders, and it basically cuts the back four out of the game. So for me, I thought it was a quality performance, and I think Akiol was buzzing with it, really.
Yeah.
That's just the word he used, actually, buzzing. And I thought it was something that we deserved. I thought that for vast periods of the game that we were well on top. The only time they really threatened was through Fortune.
Yeah.
Bowden was a bit part of player, I thought, and when Tom Denton came on, he had that one chance, which he put over the bar. Other than that, I thought Sean kept him quiet.
Yeah, I made the comparison to the game we played against Chesterfield in October. So 1-0 up, few seconds remaining, and Chesterfield nicked it and got a draw.
Yeah.
Today, Wrexham saw the game out. They were street smart at times. They brought on Chris Holroyd, who saw the game out on the left-hand side and just kept the ball in the corner. Wrexham seem to have got that edge a little bit to themselves now.
Yeah, and I think that it's the street smarts. Probably earlier in the season, we'd sit back,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't be the I would say not time wasting, but they wouldn't the little things like throwing the ball a little bit away and nicking that couple of yards, holding the ball in the corner, which we wouldn't have done under previous managers. But Brian's obviously got that street smarts, the cleverness, the there's a word that we can't say.
Do you know what? I was just about to say to you, Wrexham, there's so often that sides have done this to Wrexham, and it's quite nice to see Wrexham being the certain word that ends with house, isn't it?
Yeah, we
But
can't
we're
say
being
it.
that particular team.
Yeah, to grind the win out. At the end of the day, the 3 points is 3 points. That's what we need. With Orient winning, Salford winning, all the time. Solihull 4-0 up at the moment. You've got to win your games. Just win your games, because that's what they're going to do. And the big test really is next week against Orient, because that's when we can put them out of sight.
Potentially,
Potentially,
isn't there?
obviously, if we win all our games, that's the game that would knock them away against very tough opposition. So I thought it was clever from Wrexham today.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have taken it 10 games to go, Wrexham being top of the table. 5 o'clock today, Wrexham were 5 points clear. Solihull had to do the business. It appears that they have, unless there's some form of Maidstone miracle where they pull it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're 4-0 up at the moment. Nothing Wrexham could do about the other side.
Nope.
But Wrexham, they give you 2 points clear at the end of today. Solihull will have a game in hand. Leyton Orient will have 2 games in hand. However, Leyton Orient is an interesting one where they're 5 points behind Wrexham. But if Wrexham win next week, that would be a huge plus for them, because even if Orient go on to win their games in hand, they still wouldn't be able to overtake Wrexham on points. So it's becoming that sort of battle, and it's started to become a sort of 3-horse race. Although you look at other sides, Fylde are on 63, they're 6 points behind, with a game in hand over Wrexham as well. So there is still a congested bit at the top there, isn't it, where sides will fall off. Some sides may run away with it. It could become a 3-horse race, a 2-horse race, etc. One side could go out and blitz it from this point. It's there for the taking, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's no one's got the right to say that they've won it so far.
No way.
And to be honest, I don't think that's going to come until nigh on the last game of the season. Fylde is still within a shout. I think that even Salford get a good run of form, have a bit of luck. You never know, because Salford actually play Solihull next week. Massive result, if Salford win at Solihull, that changes the dynamics of the top 4, and I think the fact that the top 4 all play each other as well adds that bit more drama in a way. I'm glad we're not playing Fylde again though, because I don't like playing Fylde because we seem to not really get very good results against them. But
yeah, I don't think we've beaten Fylde this season, have we?
No,
we could do with a few sides beating Fylde for us, but
I think so. Yeah, it's but obviously it's Orient next week. They've got Tuesday night away at Barrow.
Yep.
Tough place to go. Ian Everts knows that, and Ian Everts already beaten Salford away, and then they play us. So you've got to hope that the Tuesday away tires them out a little bit, and it brings that a few niggles and stuff like that, and that we've got a week off, fighting fit, ready to go. But it's been a sore on the day, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot to do with it. I mean, it's an interesting one where Wrexham have got this full week to prepare. Orient, they're not at the stage of the season where they're going, right, okay, if we get a point at Barrow and beat Wrexham, then all of a sudden that's an incredibly good week, because they know that they've got to focus on beating Barrow, they've got to focus on beating Wrexham, then they've got to focus on every single game they need to be winning. Every single one of them, I'd say probably the top 5 are all thinking to themselves, right, we need to take every single game. We need 3 points from every single game here if we're in for a chance, because there's sides here who will slip up and there's sides here who won't, isn't there, really?
Yeah.
And it's an interesting point that Solihull take on Salford next week. It's one of those, all of a sudden, where probably do with Salford winning that one, really. It takes away perhaps more of a threat that Solihull are at the moment. Who would have thought we'd have been saying that a couple of months ago? But in terms of what Salford have done, and they've struggled in recent weeks, they've had their bad patch. They've won today, but they're looking at getting back to that sort of winning form, because it's not just that top spot that people are after. Salford may look at this now, and if they potentially fail to win next week, they might look at the table and think, right, we're 12 points off the top. They're not going to give up on grinding out results, because they'll want to get a top 3 spot. Yeah. That gives you an advantage in the playoffs, as will all of the sides who are up there, cement that top 3 spot. Then you look at gunning for the title. It's perhaps look at taking it in stages, taking it week by week.
Yeah, it's the cup finals analogy, isn't it? You've got to treat every game like it's your last at the end of the day. I think we've just got to take every game as it comes. There's no point now looking at anyone else's results either, if I'm honest, because you can't really can't do anything, if I'm honest. And for us, I think the main thing is just get some players back now from injury, because we've still got quite a big list of players who are out injured. And we've, not down to bare bones, but we've had to utilise the full squad. Kieran Kennedy playing right back, I thought played very well.
Yeah.
Which kind of shows the versatility of the signings that have been brought in. Jason Oswell came in and did a job. Stuart Bevan, quality as ever, caused a few nightmares for Jalal, especially. I think Jalal, he very unnerved Jalal when he to be honest, I think he was a second or two from one blocking him and potentially one-on-one. So I think it's a whole squad effort, and Brian was saying that before. It's part of the whole squad to make their mark. So you might see people like Nicky coming back in for a Tuesday night at home against Barrow, stuff like that. Just rotating the squad, making sure everyone's fresh and everyone's got that quality to make a difference.
Just looking at some of your comments, we've got Owen Roberts who says, "Hi boys." It says, "I think we'll win the league as well." Well, we certainly hope so as well. In terms of, we've got, who else have we got on here? Harvey Walters loves Wrexham, and in terms of that is the objective, as Owen says, really, is that Wrexham were looking to win the league. But in terms of today's game, interesting that you say about Jalal. He made a really good stop with Ben Tollett running through. He came off his line quickly, committed himself, and won the ball. Also got booked for handling the ball outside the box. Also took an incredibly heavy touch and nearly gifted a goal to Stuart Bevan. One of them performances from Jalal. It was interesting to see. But he was one of 2 former Wrexham players who Wrexham managed to, I guess, subdue today, in terms of we beat Jalal for the goal, forced him into a couple of errors, and Scott Bowden was kept quiet as well.
Yeah, I think it's quintessential Jalal. That's Macclesfield had it with him last year. He's a very good shot stopper, but he is prone to the odd bizarre error that comes out of him. And the handling outside the box, I didn't realise, I thought it was a red, straight red, but I don't know what the law is.
I think it's a yellow.
Is it yellow?
Yeah, I think so.
But to be honest, it's silly for him to come out and slide out of his box like that. It's, the defender had it. The goal, if I'm honest, couldn't do anything about it. There was no chance. The ball was put in so perfectly by by Youngie that the only thing that was going to happen was Wright was either going to miss or score. There was no two ways about it. He had no way of affecting it. I thought, to be honest, Bowden was quiet. But he played a different game that he did when he was playing for us. He was kind of playing as like a behind the striker. He was trying to be the flick on, always getting the flick ons for Fortune and for Reed when he came on, and that's what his job was. Whereas for us, I think he was the man that was trying to leg it down the pitch. Yeah,
but you look at those sort of players, you'd assume that the likes of Fortune and Denton would be the ones that you'd lofted up to, and Bowden would be playing on the shoulder. But I know we saw Bowden at times holding the ball up and distributing play quite a bit, and I actually liked that part of his game when he was at Wrexham.
Yeah.
And they seem to be sort of utilising that a little bit. He scored a few goals for Gateshead this season, scored once from the spot for Chesterfield. But he'll be looking to keep Chesterfield in the divisions. They're not completely safe just yet. But in terms of Wrexham, has Brian Hughes got a bit of a selection headache as these players begin to come back? Because I'm looking at this side and I'm thinking, well, Cole Stockton came off the bench and scored last week. Jason Oswell's really impressed, although he's not scored yet. Kevin Roberts injured, didn't get on the pitch today, but Kieran Kennedy was putting a shift at right back, as well as at centre half. But you've got Pearson and Lawler. Pearson's come straight back into the squad. Bobby Grant will be returning to the side. Nicky Devedix has missed out today. Chris Holroyd seems to be used as a substitute, an impact player to see out games at the moment. Bevan's led the line today. I mean, Tollett's out wide, but he's only here till Maidstone, so there's a potential opportunity there for players to come in.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this Wrexham side and I'm thinking, how are you going to fit these players in? What a difficult scenario. That's not including the likes of Luke Summerfield, who've got to come back as well.
Yeah, it's a nice headache to have, though, isn't it? It makes a difference from last season when you were trying to pick together your actual 11 that you wanted to put in. You know, you were like, oh, he couldn't do a job, whereas this time we're flush with attackers, and that's kind of an advantage, really, because you play 90 minutes, for example. Rutherford again played another 90 minutes. That man, the 2 litre diesel up and down the wing, he's tireless, and I think obviously at times you want to rotate, you want to change. You don't want to become too one-dimensional that teams can see straight through you, which is where players like Cole Stockton can come in and be that different type of player and change it. We've got an attacking scenario for like 4 or 5 different offences. Bobby's not even anywhere near the squad at the moment. Obviously he's been injured, but he hasn't got a goddamn right to come back into the squad. No. Because we've been winning, but at the same time he's a quality League One player, by trade, and it's a difficult one, isn't it? But at the end of the day, for Brian, that's what he wants. He doesn't want to be sitting down in his office thinking, who am I going to pick? It's who can't I pick? Who's the first names on the team sheet? So I think it's a good headache to have, and I think it's good from a Wrexham fan point of view that we actually we have a lot of players who are all quality, and not one player's doesn't deserve to be in the starting 11. Because, like, for example, Nicky could easily start today for his performance against Gateshead.
He was great against Gateshead, wasn't he? Yeah.
And Chrissy was the one who assisted the goal. So and Cole, it's just loads. I think it's quite good in a way, It's kind of.
It's not just having a headache; it's having an attacking headache.
Yeah,
which I think Wrexham who've struggled to score goals for a couple of seasons, and all of a sudden there are players there who can. We've got midfielders who are scoring goals, and like Akil Wright, Luke Summerfield, Luke Young have all scored goals this season, and then you've got a strike force where Cole Stockton's got his goal off the bench last week. Jason Oswell's come close, and I think that's one player who's offered a lot in games, and I think that goals are coming. And in terms of Chris Holroyd, we've seen that he scored goals last season, and he's coming on to do a job today, for example. So it is quite a nice headache to have. Yeah. D. Roberts has said, great work as always from the media team, absolutely class coverage. Match highlights are always brilliant, as is the match commentary. We really appreciate that, and if you want to keep up to date with all the post-match content coming up from today's game, Wrexham 1, Chesterfield 0, you can check out the post-match interviews from Akil Wright, Luke Young, Brian Hughes, and
the captain.
The captain, Sean Pearson, on his return. No, don't forget the skipper. So you can catch those. Match highlights will be available at midnight tomorrow night, and there'll be plenty more stuff, including the gallery, for example, from the snapper. It's already out.
It's already out, yeah. Check on Twitter, Facebook, on socials. It's all there.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Great picks, great pictures, great video, and a great win for Wrexham from Tom Tatras and myself, Ollie Williams. Join us at Leighton Orient next week. Keep up to date with all the news throughout the week as well. But it's going to be an early rise for us all on Saturday morning. So enjoy that, set your alarms, and Wrexham, top of the league.